One, two, three. Harold and Brad, Windy City filmmakers. Harold and Brad, Windy City filmmakers. Harold and Brad. Da, 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 da.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I turn around and I see you again. I'm like, yeah, you out there working it.
And you know what? And not that I need to tell y'all this, but in acting, anything that you do, you not only your work, you got to put in good work, but your relationships.
Yes.
matter.
Yes.
When you're on set, being on time and just, everything matters.
Right.
Because I say with all those commercials, a lot of them were repeat of the director. Like I get in the room, I see the director, they know me, they know what I did.
Right.
One director, man, this dude, every time I walk in the room, I'm like, this is gonna be the time I'm not gonna get it. And then next thing I know, I book it, we get on stage, get on set and just start cracking up again. Like this dude, cool guy, super cool guy, but I probably got about 7 commercials with him. But it's the relationship. He knows what he gonna get from me. I know what I can get from him. So I say that with everything, and it ain't gotta just be acting, but your reputation, man, it precedes you, man. You gotta really, with anything. That's what I say. That's from my experience. That's what I think.
And you got to get on set and you have to get along. You have to get along.
Exactly. Because you never know if you might be someone, just the same thing with that Altoids commercial. I didn't know that was going to book me into something else, but you just put in your work, you be professional, man, and it can lead you to much more work.
That's true. It's funny you say that because we just interviewed Kenny Young last week. Right. And we were saying the same thing, how people work with the same people time and time again. And it kind of reminds me of the story that John Singleton, rest in peace. I think he was like a assistant back in the day on the Pee Wee Herman show. And he said he was talking one day with Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Right. And so Fishburne was like, Lawrence Fishburne, like I know him. Lawrence Fishburne was like, he was like, you want some coffee or something? And I think John Singleton said he never forgot that. And he wanted to work with them. And because Lawrence Fishburne was so personable and cool, off camera, that when he shot Boys in the Hood, and he had that connection, of course, that was one of the first people he called for the role.
Right.
So to your point, how relationships really play a role in terms of, not just life period, but especially in this business.
Exactly. I think I heard that story too.
Prior to COVID, how did you go to 3-4 auditions a week? But how does it go to travel? Just describe it a little bit.
Most commercial auditions you'll know the day before.
Yeah.
You'll get the time, you get everything like that. I feel like you got to have a car in LA, man. Everything is so spread. Like I put it this way. Like in Chicago, and it's been years. But I remember it was like O'Connor casting, right? I know you got Claire Simon.
Still here.
I'm trying. I can't even think of it. It wasn't that many. Yeah, PNR. Okay, you got about maybe a handful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man, there's so many casting offices in LA. Like, I've been out here over like 12, 13 years. Sometimes I'll roll up on one like, oh, this is a casting office? I ain't never been to this. You know what I mean? It's just so many.
Right.
That, so usually I get it. You see where you got to go. Sometimes you got to plan it out. Sometimes you get multiple ones in a day. Sometimes you may have like 30 minutes apart and then they're 45 minutes apart. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even with, say for instance, with that, say if my call was at 11 o'clock, I might show up at 10:30, try and see if I can squeeze in a little earlier so I can make sure I can break it out to the next one. But it's just, and then once you get there, sometimes they'll give you the sides ahead of time, but a lot of times you'll just get them once you get there. So it's like, it's a quick study. It's a quick knowing what you got to do, get in there and do your thing, man. You know, that's for commercial. You know, with you might have to throw a theatrical audition up in there too, where you know you got to learn your lines. You riding in traffic, learning, getting your lines down. You know what I mean? Getting into the office, and you know, it's you know, so much. A lot of times you could get psyched out in your mind from an audition. You know, you get in there, you like, man, yo, I just saw that dude in that movie. Oh man. Oh man, I ain't gonna get this. You know what I mean? You talking yourself out of it before you can even, you know what I mean? So a lot of times for me, man, sometimes I'll go in, I'll sign in, see how many people in front of me, wait outside, man. Stay focused. Lock in my focus. I'll wait. All right. 3 people came out, I'll go in now. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ain't trying to let nobody take my focus away, man.
Man, you know what? I love like hearing the technical aspects. So along those lines, like when you get an audition, like with the lines, do you try to get off book or with the lines, or be very familiar with the lines?
I mean, a lot of people say you don't have to be off book.
Right.
I prefer to be if I can. I mean, if I got it like a day before and it's like, you know, 10 pages. Man, I probably gotta hold it in my hand. You know what I mean? Right. But in that case, I'll probably try and learn the beginning of it.
Yes.
And learn the end of it, so I can get them at the beginning and get them at the end.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I always try to go off book and not even. A lot of times I don't even hold the page. That's just me. I'm trying to think, who did I see? I think it was, what's her name? God, Lord. She was in Dreamgirls. Help me out.
Jennifer Hudson.
Not her. The old Dreamgirls. Anyway, you'll know how I'm talking about, and her name probably will come to me. Anyway, I remember seeing an interview of hers where she was just saying, like, you know, she tries her best to be off book, because if they're looking at 30 takes,
right,
and you're the one who is off book and everybody else is on the page,
right,
and they're looking to cast it, they might think like, okay, that person is ready to go to set right now. So once I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's a good point. And I just try to, if I can, like I said, everybody's different. I think I was blessed with my memorization is actually pretty good. So I use it to my advantage when I can.
Right. No doubt. Was it Loretta Devine?
Give her some love.
Yeah, no doubt. We got you back. Right. So you know what, man? I was looking at this interview back in the day on Inside the Actor Studio, right? And they were talking to Johnny Depp. Mm-hmm. And Johnny Depp was saying how every actor, especially when your career starts taking off, fights against being typecast. And he was saying how he was fighting against early on being cast as the pretty boy. So he started taking on these kind of out there quirky roles. So he's kind of tripped out because now he's kind of typecast as that, I guess, maybe. Where he's saying every actor fights against that. So have you noticed that in your career? Like people sometimes wanting to put you in a box and typecast? And if so, how have you dealt with it?
Well, I dare not to liken myself to Johnny Depp, because I know I ain't got the same kind of problems he got. I'm taking on anything coming my way.
All right. All right.
But I would say, like, you know, you kind of find I think everybody has their go-to, I would say. Their go-to. Yeah. And for me, when I came out here, like my go-to was like, I could be a cop real easy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was getting, you know, and this was a lot of co-stars and, you know, things like that. But a cop, when I saw I was a cop, I was like, man, I'm about to book this, man. Let me go in here. Let me shave. Whatever I got to do.
Yeah.
And go in there and be this cop. So I get cop a lot, you know, or smooth player kind of a thing. Like I can easily roll into that. But again, man, that ain't a problem I have right now, man. I'm not worried about being typecast or anything like that. But I love, you know, as an actor, we love to, you know, to switch it up and play a little bit of different things.
Oh, no question. Yeah, right.
So, I mean, you feel good when you get a chance to break away and do something a little different. And I've had a couple of roles like that where I felt really good. I had a guest star on Scandal where, you know, I lost my daughter and, you know, a lot of emotions and going back to back with Kerry Washington. So that was, you know, that was a great role. I had a role on Ray Donovan where it was a detective, but I was going in and questioning John Voight, and man, the dude is, you know, it's a legend, man. So I've had my experience of different things. The one on The Shy playing dad, and you know, and with track suits on and earpiece in, you know, I mean, I've had my fair share of different roles, and I'm just ready to take them all on, man. But like I say, right now, man, I just love working. I love. That's what's up. It ain't too many things I'm turning down, Brad. If y'all got something, I'm coming in. It ain't too many things. You know, it's funny though. I'm joking, but I think I remember, and I always watch a lot. I think y'all probably do too. I like watch a lot of documentaries and clips of actors and you know, just hearing what they got to say. And I remember seeing one on Philip Seymour Hoffman. Passed on before he passed away. And he was like, you know, if you're an actor in this business, you know what I mean, and you trying to get in, just work. You know, no doubt. You shouldn't be turning down no audition. Yeah. You shouldn't be turning down no readings, no nothing. Like, just keep working. Just keep working, man. I've done, since COVID, you know, we've done a theater company I'm affiliated with out here. We've done a couple of readings of plays, man. That's work, man.
Right.
We working, we practicing.
No question.
I always compare acting to athletics, you know. Yeah. And you know, you look at the, you know, Jordan and all, you hear about these basketball players like first in the gym, last to leave. Right. You keep putting in that work. You got to keep that work.
I want to go way back to before you moved to LA, when we was sitting there in the booth over at the Negro League, and China was playing a film that you was in. You remember that moment? You remember that moment when you was about to come up on screen?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. God, leave that now. I'm trying to remember Chinese flick. It's gonna come to me in a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was early on. You remember that?
Early on.
The Negro League? It's not there anymore, but I think some of the baseball post paintings on the walls still out there on 43rd over there.
Okay. Yeah, man. That was, and see, the same thing like that. You know, I think China was like, yo, I'm doing this film. You know, you want to, let's do it. And then again, I was trying to, because I hadn't done a lot of TV and film and stuff like that. You know, you're trying to build, especially when you're trying to build a resume and build a reel, trying to get a reel together. Like, keep doing. When we was doing the trailer for
Ambush, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, come on, let's do it. You know what I mean? And you know, I think you never know what's gonna happen. I'll give you another scenario. When I first came out here, my wife had an audition at AFI. It's like a acting campus where, you know, they're teaching acting and stuff like that. And she had a friend who was doing a film and had auditions up there. And she was like, "You want to roll with it?" I was like, "Yeah, I bet." When I got there, she was like, you know, it was a short film. She was like, "You want to audition for this?" And I was like, "Yeah." Her name is Tamika Lawson. She has a business called Mecca Film Foundation. A lot of people from the business donate their time and put in their time to do it. I end up getting the role. Now, this was a short film that Rodrigo Garcia, he's a really good director, was directing. Kerry Washington had donated her time, so she was in it.
Nice.
Michael Ealy was in it, and me. So basically, like the lead, you know, the leads in the here I am, fresh out of the boat out here, and I'm doing a short film with Kerry Washington and Michael Ealy. You know, if I'd have been like, nah, I ain't doing that, but you never know what's gonna come across. You know what I mean? Right. So, look, man, like I say, I'm always, and you never know who's gonna, you know, say you working with some young director, you don't know if that's gonna be the next Spike Lee or
no doubt.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna say that's been my philosophy my whole 23 years. Yeah. Get out there and get busy.
Yeah, right.
Man. Other people would say, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not." I said, "Okay, thanks. I'm going to do it." And that's how my career's been.
Yeah, and you know, you get a lot of people. I get a lot of people sometimes, you know, like, you know, man, how can I get on the shot? Oh, that's where you trying to start. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Go do a play. Go read some plays. Go, you know what I mean? Do some readings. You know what I mean? It's just you got to. It's a marathon. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
oh, no question.
Said, 23 years. I think me and you. We started right around that same time. Like,
right.
I put in some time, man. We put in some time on this so we can work that craft. So when we get on set, we can jump right into wherever you need us to go.
So what advice would you give to a young actress, looking to get into the business? What advice would you give them?
Well, I'll tell you this. Almost when I started, and someone told me, because I was like, acting was always in the back of my head. I was in my 20s.
Right.
And Makeepa Pace, actually, I don't know if y'all remember Makeepa.
I think so.
Makeepa Pace told me that we were working at Bennigan's. She was like, I was like, man, I always thought about acting. She was like, you should do it. I was like, what? I should do it? Yeah. How? Take some classes, read some plays, take some pictures, get a monologue, start auditioning. Just start.
Right.
You know what I mean? I hate to say it like that, but just start. Just start somewhere. You know, take some classes. You know, I'm not sure if in Chicago if they still got Act One Studios, but I remember taking some. They ain't got that no more. No, but there's classes all over.
Classes
all over, man. You know, we came up through ETA and Black Ensemble. I know Black Ensemble's still there. Mm-hmm. You know, it's some great ways to learn. I prefer to learn through the stage because I remember when I was starting, all the actors I loved came up through the stage, and I was like, yo, if I'm gonna do this, I want to come up like them.
True.
I wanted to learn theater, and I think from that, it just makes you. I know, Brad. I know you've been up at Second City, and you know, being able to come from that, it makes you stronger. You know what I mean? It makes you much more stronger because you know you get on set, and if all you're doing is TV and film, man, you can't roll with me. You know what I mean? You can't. Yeah. And you know, I'll tell you a quick funny thing is that you never get intimidated by anybody because we're all the same actors. Right. You know what I mean? I don't care how big a name it was. Real quick, I did a show with Betty White. It was a Betty White show that she was doing. I had a scene with Betty White. Yeah. And I hardly ever get nervous. I was like, fuck, man. Betty White, man. She's like, she created television. You know what I mean? So I was like super nervous. I had to knock on the door and she was going to open the door. She opened the door and she was like, oh, man, what is my line? Oh, Betty White, you just like me. You know what I mean? So you can't get intimidated by nobody, man. We're all in this together.
Before we leave, though, I want to compliment you because, you know, I remember when you were packing up to leave to LA from Chicago those many years ago. And then you had moved out and then, you know, you moved your family out, your whole family. And I want to applaud you for doing that and being strong enough and man enough to take care of your family and to get out there and to become the success that you are today. And, you know, we bid you much, much, much more success because you took care of your family in the process.
Hey, Harold, that's love, man. Man, family comes first, man. Family comes first. That's it. Because all this can be done one day, and I still got to have them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. Hey, it's been a pleasure talking with you, dog.
Man, I appreciate y'all reaching out, but I've been waiting. I've been chopping my lip. I've been looking at the lips all week. Couldn't wait to get down here, man. Just to chop it up with y'all, man. Hey, whenever with this COVID and we come back, we got to get together, y'all.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. That's real.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to inbox you my number. I know you got Brad's. I'm going to send you mine too so that we all can connect. Yeah.
For sure, bet.
Man, love. Well, as always, for Brad Stevens and
Harold Dennis.
Dream big, dare to be great. We talk to you later. Peace.
Thanks, Rolando.
You got it, man. Peace. Love y'all.
heels is so rough. I accept it.
Ooh la la. Yes.